my lovelies, welcome back to my channel, and for everybody who's new, I'm Leorah and I'm so glad you found me. So welcome to this super exciting video, because today I'm in the place where I always want to be. I always want to be in a place that I can show you something that I've used and I've tested and it's awesome. I'm so happy about that because that's the best. That is the best. This is why I'm here, because I want you to see stuff and I want to show you stuff that is awesome. So what are we talking about today? This one, Lucky Lashes, Glam Now and Smoke Later. Sweeties, oh my goodness, this is the palette, and maybe you remember it was the beginning of the year, maybe, I don't know, end of January, February, something like this, when they sneak peeked this palette, and I was like, oh, I need this palette, I need this palette. I missed the launch, not because I'm lazy, but you know, when they launch in America, it's nighttime for me, and I'm not going to set an alarm, right? It sold out super fast, and then at some point they came back, because I guess some of the orders got cancelled because of the pandemic. People stepped away from their order or something like this, and again those sold out so fast that by the time I saw the post that there are some available again on Instagram, it was already sold out again. At some point closer towards the summer, maybe May, I don't know, June, I have no idea anymore, so they came back and I got so many messages about this. They said, Leorah, they are back in stock, get yourself one, you know, and I did. I went immediately, I got myself one, and sweeties, if I ever have not regretted getting something, it's this one. Really. Sweeties, you know what? I was really torn about getting this because I ordered this, is that true now? Because, you know, I always had an issue with the cannabis themed palettes and stuff like that. And then maybe around the same time I ordered this, I also ordered the High Times bundle from Cara Beauty. And I was like, it's not my favorite theme, but you know, it is what it is. So yeah. Anyway, so this is Glam Now Smoke Later. I'm definitely glamming now. I'm definitely not going to smoke later. But seriously, this is so beautiful. The color scheme, sweeties, is just so perfect. This whole, you know, the whole split in this palette, it is so well done. And I already said that when I saw this the first time, I said this is a palette that is so well done that I don't even know how to put it into words what I feel about this palette. This is how well it is done, you know? And I was just hoping that the formula would be good, that the performance would be good, and sweeties, it is. Oh, wow. Anyway, this was awesome. It was absolutely awesome. So I did now today, this is the third look, I want to say. I'm pretty sure this is the third look that I did today with this palette. The first look was definitely with the greens, and then I put this glitter on the lid. I'm also going to show you the pictures in a second. And then I did another look where I used the blues and the silver, which was also super, I don't know, very elegant in its own way, you know? Really nice. And in every single look I was like, wow, the performance of the shimmers, the performance of the mattes, also the pressed glitters. Really? Like how is this possible? You know, I so enjoyed this. So enjoyed this, you know? Just saying. Okay, so for today's look I did something a little bit different, and I kind of wanted to do still something like a full cut crease, but and a little bit winged out, but not my usual super winged out looks, because I kind of feel at the moment a little bit insecure about like when I'm going out, because this is how I live, obviously, you know, I'm going out like this, and I always feel like when people stare too much at me, it makes me feel really uncomfortable these days. So I thought I still want to do my thing, you know, but I sort of altered it a little bit so to make it a little bit more wearable and a little bit less stareable. You know what I mean? So I did this and I'm actually super happy about this. So let's just zoom in and then I'm going to show you exactly what I did in today's look. So let's just go like this. All right, so you can see I used this cold, like a mauve, still don't know how to say that, mauve shade on top of my crease, and that is actually the only shade I used up there. Okay, let's just go out so I can show you also the shade in the palette. So it's this shade. I don't know what this is. it's a bit hard to read that font, you know. It's like a gothic kind of a font, I think, and I'm not so good at this, so I don't know what that shade is called. So it is this shade that I used in my crease and up, and I then cut my crease, obviously, and then what I did was I put, let me see, what did I do? In the outer part and in the inner part of my lid, I put this one on, and this is so pretty. And then in the middle, sort of like a bit of a halo eye, I put this glitter on top. And then under my eye, what did I do? I used, of course, I used a golden eyeliner pencil on my waterline, and then I used basically everything single shade in the palette so far in all of these 3 looks, except the brown one. That one I haven't tested, everything else I have tested. So in today's look under my eye, I used this one, which is so pretty. Can I read what this is? This is Purple Haze. This is beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful shade. I blended it into this one, which I was really surprised when I realized this morning when I did this look that I hadn't used this green yet. Seriously, you know, because in the green look, which you're going to see in a second, I had just used the green mattes, and then I had put this one, which is more like a cool tone, kind of a, I don't know, like a cool tone green, you know, on the lid. So I hadn't used this yet. So I have this one in the inner part, then this one sort of in the middle, and then also dragging it out a little bit, and then I backed it up closer to the lash line with this one, and also then backing it up with the black a tiny little bit, like really just like spot treatment kind of a thing, you know. So that is that. Then in the inner corner I have this. No, that's not true. I have this in the inner corner, and as a highlighter I used this. So this beautiful, stunning, striking highlighter is actually this shade, you know? So anyway, I have used all of these shades, and now I'm going to, well, besides this one, what I already said, I'm going to show you right now the other 2 looks that I've done, and I'll probably also include then the pictures of this photo shoot. Okay, sweeties, I hope you did enjoy the looks. I so enjoyed this. Sweeties, I so enjoyed working with this palette. I rarely have this kind of level of excitement, while I'm always excited about makeup, and especially about trying new brands that I haven't tried yet, or like especially palettes that just so speak to me from the first second I see it. I'm always excited about that. But you know what? After the first look, I was a goner. I was absolutely a goner. I just felt so in love with this brand and with the formula and with the performance and with this palette. I cannot even tell you, you know? So anyway, all right, so we have cardboard packaging. This is how it looks from the outside. I don't know if this one in particular is right now available or not. They also have different palettes, of course. I think they also came out with a neutral palette. If you're more into neutral looks, it's like, I think it's the car-shaped palette, if I'm not mixing this up now. Anyway, but they also have more palettes in this setting. And as of right now, when I'm filming this, and by the time you're seeing this, it might have dropped already, they just sneak peeked a new palette that is also in this setting, but I have not yet seen the picture of the shades. It was just the empty package, you know? So I'm very excited about this, because now that I know that I love this, I'm going to be hunting this brand down. Okay, so we have a good size mirror here. On the back we have the ingredients of the palette, and yeah, so that that is that. Okay, we have a good, of course, a good magnetic closure. You can probably hear this. For some people that is important. It works. Okay, so let me talk about the shades. The shimmers are out of this world. Out of this world. They are pure shimmers. I don't see that there is anything duochromatic or something, but sweeties, they are so beautiful, so creamy, so opaque, amazing, absolutely beautiful. I absolutely enjoyed those shades, and even like without having a wet brush or without dabbing them on with a finger, they just worked, and it was beautiful and absolutely like a pleasure to work with. The mattes also, I have to say, absolutely stunning. The buildability was there, the blendability was there. There was no staining in any of the shades. Of course, this is the first time that I'm using this one that is more like red. So I don't know if there is going to be staining tonight when I take this off. But from anything else, I didn't have any staining. There was no fading. There was no creasing. I'm just, you know... All right, the pressed glitters were also good quality. What I've recently noticed is that a lot of pressed glitters in palettes work better when you do not use them on glitter glue. I don't know if you can give me a feedback on your experiences in case you do use pressed glitters. I feel like it is sort of making life more difficult if you use it on glitter glue. Initially, it sticks well, but I feel after an hour or so, the creasing starts. So today when I cut my crease, I used glitter glue, and I think that was a bit of a mistake. I shouldn't have done that because it did crease a little bit, but in the first look where I used the greens and then this cold green turquoise glitter, I did not use glitter glue and I did not have any problem the whole day. And I've had this experience now with several brands, several different formulas, that the second I used the glitter glue, pressed glitter, not loose glitter, pressed glitter on a glitter glue, I started to be in trouble, you know? So I think it is a thing, and I don't know, I've not heard anyone talk about this, but if it is a thing, please let me know because I would love to learn, okay? So anyway, the first time when I used this glitter, I did not put it on glitter glue, worked super, super well, everything fine, no big fallout to speak of, and also during the day, there was like nothing, you know, no fallout, nothing where I can say, wow, this was awful or anything. Absolutely not. Absolutely enjoyable. Today, as I said, you know, I put this as a halo eye in the middle of my lid, and there was a bit of creasing like right before I sat down here to film. I fixed that a little bit. I hope it was okay now when you saw the close-up, but that was, I think, really only because I put it on glitter glue, and I should stop doing that, seriously. You know, I always feel like this is glitter glue. It's supposed to glue the glitter to your lid, you know, but it's, I don't know if it just then functions as another, I don't know, barrier or something that just makes everything slide around, and that just doesn't make sense to me, you know? Anyway, so I absolutely highly recommend this. I absolutely think like this was brilliant. And I also know that some of you have bought this palette because you saw it on my channel and you've told me that you've done several looks and that you love the palette, and I'm so glad that I can wholeheartedly agree with you, that I feel the same about this and that it is super stunning. So let's just go into the swatches. Live swatches is absolutely my thing, as you know. Okay, we're going row by row, and let's see how the goodie palette swatches, because, you know, we want to know. The performance on the eye, as I said, was absolutely stunning, breathtaking, nothing to complain about. Swatches, you know, sometimes swatches are misleading. So I'm not going to do this super big because of course I want to fit everything here. So here, maybe, I don't know if you can see it, I'm going to also include a swatch video after that where I'm just showing you my arm closer up, okay? So don't worry about that. Maybe here you can see, or maybe later you will see that there is a bit of a light blue shift to this. It's like a green, a nice grass green with a blue shift, and then all together it makes it come out like a turquoise, you know? It's really pretty. Okay, the next one is a green matte. I think this is called Greens. It's the font, sweeties, I don't know. Okay, so this is a very beautiful bright green. This is my life. You know, greens are my life. I love greens. It's my most favorite color to work with. It's the color of my soul. And this is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. The next one is this cool toned teal here. It's also a matte, and this is called Blue Magoo, I think. You know, the thing is with these cannabis themed palettes is that most of the time when there are like certain names that mean something for other people who know this kind of, I don't know, topic, that they mean nothing to me. I have no idea what that all means, you know? So I don't even know what I'm saying here. So you have to just forgive me because I'm here just for the makeup. Okay, so that is what it is. Here we go. This is this beautiful dark teal kind of shade. Absolutely stunning. Now we come to the gray or like a dark silver shimmer, which is, oh man, really beautiful. Wow, it also goes on super, super smooth, super, super nice. I don't know if I'm doing this straight enough or maybe. Okay, so again, you will see it later when I'm giving you a closer look also. Okay, this is beautiful. I love silvers and grays these days like nothing else. Let me just clean my hand. And now we're moving on to the green shimmer that I have here in the middle under my lower lash line, which is, they feel so smooth. So, I just needed to take a moment to just enjoy this. Yeah, okay, can you see this? Can we please agree that this is just absolutely insane? Can we, please, now? Unbelievable. All right, the next one is a bit of I don't know, like a turquoise matte, let's put it that way. I don't know, still learning colors. This is how it looks. So I would say this is a turquoise matte. This feels a little bit thinner in the swatch, but when I used it on my eye, it was absolutely fine. Yeah, it feels a little bit thinner, but again, you know, swatches do not necessarily say so much about the performance on the eye, you know? I mean, it gives you an indication, but it's not like the last word on it, okay? So let's not over, how do you say that? Let's not give it too much importance, okay? It's more to show you how it looks on my skin tone. Okay, now we're going on to a shimmer, which is sort of the corresponding shimmer to this dark teal, but a little bit lighter. This is how it looks. It has also like silver in it, you know. It has this it's so beautiful. Can you see this? Okay, and now we're going on to this shade that I have here under my lower lash line in the inner part, which is that rosy shade, and that is the shade Purple Haze that I mentioned before already, which is also a cool toned, like so beautiful. Yeah, there we go. So pretty. Again, it's not straight. For the life of me, I cannot do this straight, but this is how it looks. Okay, we're going to the two remaining rows, and we're starting with the green glitter that I have at the inner, like the halo part of my look today. Lovely. Okay, where am I putting this? Here? Maybe I'm putting this here. Wow, this is pretty. This is super, super pretty. And I think you can see maybe that there is no fallout, there is no mess on my arm, you know? And I just really just put one swipe on this. This one I built up a little bit more, but this one, there was just one swipe, you know? So anyway, now I'm using a cool toned dark green, which I have like right here. Like this. Beautiful. I'm loving this. I'm loving this. Yeah, okay. So what do I have now? I think I have, what I have in the inner corner. That is this white shimmer here, which is also super beautiful. I want to say that this is called Keef, but I don't know. I don't know how to read this font. Okay, so let's just put this right here. This one I'm going to build up a little bit, just because, not because it's not working well, just because it is so close to my skin tone that I just wanted to build it up a little bit. So I hope you can see it a tiny little bit better. And then I'm going to swatch that shade that I have here above my crease. That is the shade, I don't know, it looks like God to me, but I don't know if that's true. Probably not. I don't know. Anyway, it is this dark mauve shade. A matte. Yeah. Wow. Beautiful. Very, very nice. Okay, last row, sweeties. I hope you're still with me. For me, this is exciting. I don't know if anyone who's watching this feels like that too, you know, to just see someone being excited watching. You let me know. Okay, last row, and that is the shade Dabs. Maybe? Dabs? Does that make sense? I have no idea. Okay, that is the golden shimmer that I have at the outer and inner part of my lid. This is how it looks. Yeah, Yeah, I'm loving this. This is really, really cool. Okay, next one is the one that I used as a highlighter, which is the shade Smoke Sesh, maybe, I think. So this is a bit of like a champagne-y tone, which is really, really lovely. Very, very very gentle, you know, very, very gentle and like usable for like, even if you want to do a real neutral look, you can do that with a palette, you know. You can go with these two tones in and you have a neutral look basically. So yeah, anyway, this is the shade. It's super, super pretty. And now I'm going to swatch the only shade that I haven't used yet, which is the brown matte, and that is, I think it's called Blunt. I can't be sure though because, you know, I need a translator. Okay, so that is the brown. Let me just back this up a little bit. Like that. Okay, maybe a tiny bit more. It's thinning out here towards the end. So yeah. Okay, so that is the brown. You can see it is a nice neutral tone. It's not too cold. It's not warm. It's really, really pretty, you know? And really, this is also the thing that drew me to this palette so much, that the only warm tone really, I mean, besides maybe that super vibrant green here and this one, but the only really super warm shade is that golden shade, you know? And that is nice because I'm just so into the cool tones these days. Okay, the black, I'm also going to swatch. This is how it looks. Let's just see how it comes across. Nice. I think this is really, really nice. For a matte on Leorah's arm, this is really, really stunning. Yeah, okay, so here we have the whole color scheme of the palette all swatched out. I'm going to right now show you the swatch video close up, and then we're going to sort of finish up this video and just I'll give you my final gush of emotion on this palette. Okay, sweeties, let's finish up this video. I am just so thrilled that I got to try this brand. This is definitely on my radar now, definitely. And this is what the wealth is, the wealth of just trying new things, you know? Sometimes you fall into a pit, yes, but you know what? Even then you learn something. Even then you know, after that you will go on and you know, okay, so maybe I'm going to not try this brand again or whatever. Maybe the other conclusion is that you're going to give it another chance or whatever the conclusion is going to be. But I personally know now that this is a brand, Lucky Lashes is definitely a brand that I will have my eyeballs sharpened and polished and all of that. Really, really brilliant. This was brilliant, and I'm so glad that after hunting after this palette for such a long time, really, and it's so hard for me to get stuff like this, you know, because it has to go to my best friend in the US and then it sits there till I have enough that it makes it worthwhile shipping to Israel, and everything takes a long time. But I mean, I'm glad for the help that she's doing that. Seriously, I'm super, super grateful. But of course, you know, everything anyway takes a long time to get to me, and that I got this then at some point, and it was undamaged because a lot of stuff gets damaged when it travels from the US to Israel. So it was undamaged, it was in perfect condition. I was just so thrilled, and I knew when I got this package, and there were like 10 palettes in this package, I knew that this was going to be one of the first ones that I want to work with, because I have been waiting way too long for this, and this is it was a pleasure beyond belief. Sweeties, this was a pleasure. This palette is so Leorah in so many ways that I cannot even like wrap my head around a brand producing something that should really have my name on it. You know what I mean? Glam Now Leorah. This is how the palette should be called. You know? Anyway, so again, I love this palette. There were no dots in the palette. There was absolutely no problem with nothing in this palette. I loved it. Everything. There is nothing I would change. This is my conclusion. Yeah. I hope for you that you can get yourself this palette if it is still available, and if not, that they're bringing it back. As I said, I don't know right now what the situation is on their website and what is available and what not. I also know that a lot of brands, of course, have trouble restocking things right now because of the, you know, all kinds of issues because of the pandemic. But I don't know, just saying in general, okay? This has been spectacular. Spectacular. So that is what it is. Lucky Lashes, you have my heart and soul. Thank you so much for this beautiful gift that I was allowed to pay for, and now I just, you know, can go on and be super excited about your brand. So that is awesome. Okay, sweeties, so let me know what you think. I know some of you have already told me that you have bought this palette because you saw it here on my channel, so feel free to give me some feedback also, maybe about the different looks that you created. If you want to, you can totally share that with me, which shades you combined and whatever, you know, because it's always a big inspiration for me to hear what you're doing with your makeup. And besides that, of course, if you just found me, then please subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you here. Besides that, of course, I need to tell you that I'm doing mixed content here on my channel. I'm not just a makeup channel, I'm doing lifestyle, I'm doing all kinds of things here, but my most part is, of course, makeup. It's my biggest passion and I love it, especially on days like today. Alright, so please subscribe to my channel, and besides that, you will find everything that I've used in my makeup look in general, also my social media and everything you need to know in the description box down below. And I will see you here next time for my next video, which is going to be super soon. And up until then, definitely go ahead and sparkle. Hugs and kisses. Bye.